Riley, just a second. Okay, so that was the flat spot that I saw last night, and yeah, we stayed there last night. It worked out fine for us. Riley, hold up, buddy. We're starting the day about mile number 1961.6. I don't know, somewhere around 1961. And we're 0.6 of a mile after Bemis Mountain's second peak, and getting close to, we're about 1.5 miles away from Bemis Mountain Road. Good pee, Riley. You're gonna let me go first now, Riley? We gotta start the day off slowly and work our way into it. Hold up, buddy. I gotta go around you here, Riley. There you go. Yeah, so today is Tuesday, September 24th. Day number 145, I believe. Yes, that is correct. Day 145. I feel like we're getting off to a decently early start. And I say that because when I woke up, I didn't just ignore it and go back to sleep. I waited for a little bit, but then I started getting ready, getting my things out of my tent, and started the process to start the day. So I feel like I didn't waste time by just trying to get a bunch of extra rest. And I had a good sleep last night. Riley, wait, slow down. We saw these other two hikers named Easy and Blaze yesterday. They stayed at the last shelter, Bemis Mountain Lean-To, and then they passed us just a short while ago. So while we were still packing our things up, I already had my tent down, but I was still getting stuff into my pack. And so that's giving Riley knows they're ahead of us, and so Riley is extra motivated to hike right now. It was a chilly night last night, so I wore all my hiking shirts. By the way, I picked up a fourth hiking shirt at the cabin. So I had all 4 of my hiking shirts on, and then I went to bed with my puffy jacket on, and then I was still feeling a little cold. I fell asleep, and then I woke up and I was like, I'm still feeling cold, so I put my second puffy jacket on, and I also put my blue leggings on underneath my hiking pants. And I put both my bug nets on, and then that did the trick. I was nice and cozy the rest of the night, and the bug nets make a huge difference. They just instantly, they really do a good job of retaining the heat around my face and my head area. I do have a beanie as well, which does a good job, but the bug nets really do a good job of retaining the heat right around my face as I breathe out. So yeah, I was nice and cozy last night, and I'm glad that we are starting relatively early, because every step that we take is a step that we don't have to take later on tonight after it gets dark. So whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-da. We will check in Check in later. All right. Riley, hold up, big guy. Hold up. Trail's starting off nice and easy for us, so that's good. Uh-oh, Riley's mojo just got mixed up. We saw some day hikers going southbound. So now he's not as motivated to go north. But shortly after we started the day, we started doing some uphill. Now we're back on this rock slab. And I was like, are we going back up to Bemis Mountain? But fortunately, the day hikers that we ran into confirmed that they are going south. So I am going north, and we're going to be starting a very big descent very soon, they assured me. And they had a dog with them. They had a big German Shepherd, so Riley's smelling all the doggy smells right now. So just got to be patient here. By the way, this is my beanie. I'm wearing my beanie right now. It's a very lightweight beanie. So we've had a long, steep descent to start the day, and we are now making our way to what I believe is Bemis Mountain Road, also referred to as the Old Logging Road, on the MATC sign on top of the second peak for Bemis Mountain. Riley, this way, buddy. So this is the road that I mentioned yesterday that I believe Taylor got off at to get picked up by her mom. Taylor, the New Hampshire hiker I'm talking about, when she did her second through hike, I think a couple years ago, because she couldn't get to Main Route 17, which is a little less than a mile. Riley is just go, 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 go. She couldn't get to that road where her mom was expecting to pick her up because the stream that she needed to ford was too high. Yeah, it says 1.1 miles to Main Route 17. All right, so I'll show the stream when we get there to see what it looks like. Watch out, Riley. Hold up, watch out, Riley, hold up. All right, so I think this is the stream that Taylor was not able to ford. Clearly, it's much lower water right now, so no problem at all for Riley and I. Thankfully. We just took a long break with Blaze and Easy, who passed us earlier. They didn't have any water last night, so they took a very long extended break to by a previous water source to eat their breakfast. And Riley and I were taking a break with them, but then another hiker, Achilles, showed up after some time, and he hiked on, so I decided to get going since Riley is now motivated to go to catch up to Achilles. Where do we go, Riley? I think we need to go this way. Riley. We are getting all tangled up. I think we gotta go this way. Right? Which way? Where do we go? I don't know. What in the world? What in the friggin' world, Riley? All right, well, I'm gonna figure this out. You know, so we came from that direction. There's a blaze right there, and then the next blaze is right there. So I just missed that, and now we gotta go this way. This is where the trail goes. Very good. Alright, wait. We're getting close, like very close. I think right up here is main Route 17. Another little milestone. I think it's called Height of Land for some reason. All right, Van Gogh and Riley back here. A little update on the day. Hasn't been too long since I last shot the video where we were getting up to main Route 17. We just started hiking on a little bit. When I got there, Achilles was sitting on a bench. Nice little bench there, taking a food break. The bench was cool because it actually had a white blaze on it. So it was like an official AT bench. Riley. And then, so of course, since he was sitting there, Riley and I decided to plop down because it's just too hard to try to walk on with Riley if there's a new person who's not moving. So we took another break there, and Easy and Blaze. Easy's a through hiker apparently. Blaze is a friend of his who's been hiking with him for the past 3 weeks, I think. They arrived shortly after Riley and I did, and then they took another break there, so it was like the four of us all kind of sitting around the bench by the road. Very exciting. Anyway, so going into today, I had seen the big climb up to main Route 17, which is there's a term Height of Land that is associated with that area. I'm guessing just because when you're standing on the road and you look out in the distance, it seems like you're not on top of a mountain, but it seems like you're just above everything else. So that could be why it's called Height of Land. Anyway. Yeah, so what I was saying is I had seen that there was a big climb getting up to main Route 17 in my guidebook, looking at the elevation profile. And then the next 10 miles after main Route 17 appeared to be pretty nice in terms of the elevation profile. Like, it didn't seem like I saw any big climbs. But coming right out of, right after we left the road, we did have kind of a big climb for a little bit of an extended stretch. And I was like, this seems way harder than I was expecting. But it seems like we have finally crested that climb, and we're now in the area where it's kind of just minor ups and downs. And this is supposed to continue for like the next 10 miles or maybe a little more than that. So that's encouraging. We've just gone through a section that is actually really muddy. And there were several bog logs, bog bridges to help keep your feet dry and clean. But this section here is nice and dry for now. The other news that I heard is while we were back at the road, Achilles and Easy were checking their phones and looking at the weather, and they have informed me that, so today's Tuesday, September 24th, I believe. Hold up, Riley. And they informed me that on Thursday, there's like 100% chance of rain, apparently, in the weather forecast. And the rain is supposed to start as early as actually tomorrow night, Wednesday night. And I don't know how heavy the rain's supposed to be or how long it's supposed to last, but he and Achilles both checked the weather, and they both seemed to be to make kind of a big deal out of the rain on Thursday. And it's significant enough that Easy is thinking that he's just going to take a 0 on Thursday to avoid the rain.
So that is not something to look forward to, but it's good that I know about it to help prepare for it. So like, if it's gonna start as early as Wednesday, tomorrow night, then I can try to make sure to avoid like night hiking if at all possible. And it might be a good idea to stay in a shelter tomorrow night. And it's a good thing I have 2 rain jackets, so I can put both rain jackets on, and I can do my best to make sure I protect everything in my pack that needs to stay dry, so that when we do settle down on Thursday, we can stay warm for the night. Yeah, so it's good to know about it, and in advance, and we'll just deal with it as best we can. But for now, it's not raining, so we just gotta enjoy the dry weather while we can, and enjoy the relatively flat terrain as well. So Achilles is in front of us right now. He eventually hiked on from the road, and so Riley and I were quick to follow, since that's our ticket to leave. And Easy and Blaze were still sitting on the bench when we left, so they are behind us currently. So we're in kind of like a little mini northbound bubble. Scorp is presumably back on trail today, following his 0 in Andover River yesterday, so he will probably catch up to us in the next few days. And there's probably other northbound hikers that I haven't met yet that are still behind us. So lots of Nobos trying to get to Katahdin before it closes. Got another little muddy section here. I'm extra careful in these sections to, like if it looks deep at all, extra careful to try to walk around it, or at least test it with my trekking poles before trying to walk through it, so I don't accidentally step in, very deep mud again, like I did shortly after Mahoosic Notch. Riley, let me go first, buddy. Hold up, buddy. Hold up, Riley. Riley does not like the mud either. He tries to avoid it as best as possible also. Riley is continuing to get ahead of me whenever you can, Riley, right? Because you remember that Achilles is ahead of us. I think that is called Moxie Pond out there. Very large pond. I think we walked next to it we walked next to a pond a little while ago. And I'm not sure if it was that one or not, but that's the one in front of us now. I know, Riley. Okay. I decided it was time for a little break. So, I'm just gathering some water from the pond here. Very small beach area. Got some ducks over there. I think this is Moxie Pond, but the AT continues that way. That's where we'll be going. And just saw this nice flat spot here. I think I'm gonna give Riley some food and water and rest my shoulders a bit, and then we'll continue on. All right. So we're still on our break here. Riley finished his food very nicely, and I put some plain yogurt in my peanut butter jar before I left Andover, and I don't know if it's a well-known fact, but Riley likes yogurt, so I'm going to give him a little yogurt. Just a little dab. There you go.
He likes it very much. Let me give him a second finger lick. All right, very good.
My oh my, it is dark on the camera. It's not that dark in real life, but it is, we are losing the light. It's probably getting close to 7 p.m. now. Mr. Riley. And we passed by campsite, Little Swift Pond campsite, a short while ago. And we had done 10.7 miles on the day. What are you doing, Riley? My battery's about to run out here. But I want to, I don't think it's going to rain tonight, and the train seems fine, so I want to use whatever light we have and then hike into the dark a little bit and just find a campsite and try to get a few more miles in. It's not cold right now. Seems pretty safe. And like I said, the terrain is mostly flat to downhill. So Riley knows that there were people back at the campsite, so he's not quite as motivated to walk now. And he happens to be looking back now. Anyway, we're going to continue on, and we'll check in later. And I'm looking forward to getting to a campsite, but I also want to get a few more miles in.